Hey you guys, it's Des here making a video. um, I hope everyone's doing well. I hope, everyone's doing mentally good, emotionally good, physically, good. Just overall pleasant. I wish that for everyone out here, out in this world, because we all know it's a difficult place to exist in. I want to say hi, kind of update you guys on some of life stuff, and yeah, let's just get to it. So, big life change. One, tattoo. I got a tattoo, and that was Thursday. I've been waiting almost like 2 months for it. Well, I wanted the tattoo for about a year, but waited for the specific tattooist for 2 months, and finally got to do it, and it was fun. It was a good vibe. I got it at Golden Yeti Collective Tattoo, or it's really called Golden Yeti Collective Art, but it's a great atmosphere in there. It's kind of like chill humor, like dirty humor. I just loved it. I was like, and they play heavy metal music and also funky music, so I was like, not necessarily cloud nine, but I was vibing. Like, I was like, this is my type of thing. Getting a tattoo, listen to good music and good humor, like, that's great. It's in Franklin, again, Tennessee. It's really nice. Anyways, did that Thursday. If you watched my dishes video with my partner, we talked about us going out on Tuesday to Rainbow School Room, or School Rainbow Room. I can't remember how it's pronounced, but it's one of those two, and that was fun. So, we had a pretty decent week. I don't know what we did Wednesday. Oh wait, yeah, I know what we did Wednesday, but we did that Tuesday, but it's not appropriate to talk about. Maybe at a later date. So, but let me get to the big main topic here. My partner and I were let go from our job yesterday, so right now technically we're unemployed, but we have our ducks in a row. We know kind of what direction we're taking, as far as we're being proactive with job searching and looking for jobs that probably better fit our interest. Like for me, I am looking for a stable job, and I will take whatever does come at me at first, if it's right for me. And I kind of have a good feeling about this one that I am like prioritizing, but I have other avenues I would be interested in taking, and some of them are definitely like music related. Hopefully something like that. Like, that would be like my ideal. Or I would really love to work at like Good Dye Young, which is a hair dye company, and I'm like, let me take me in, please. But they deal with a lot of like social media marketing and things like that, and I love that stuff. But I'm also like, I hate social media. So if I did that, I definitely feel like I would need to be more proactive in that avenue, in that side. But I think I could. I think if really, really determined and put a lot of effort to it, I definitely could do it. With that being said, I just want to be transparent as to why I am unemployed, and I want to make this note here. I'm not going to shit talk the company I worked for, and because one, it's a legal thing, but two, it's overall, it wasn't a bad place to work at all when it comes to stability and the hours worth, the pay. Even though there are better paying jobs around, it just wasn't bad. it's a good medium. If you really wanted something, you know, decent, it's not bad. It's a, you know, a decent atmosphere. I made my home there for about 4 years, so you know, not terrible if I can withstand uh, a job for 4 years. But that's also, if you know about my childhood, and I withstand that for 18 years. I mean, really, can it be that bad? No. Anyways, we got let go because I made a mistake, and I say I dragged my partner into it, but honestly, he's also responsible for his own decisions. The way that the company put it was time theft and fraud, but I feel like those terms can be used loosely in this type of situation because one, it was our first offense. Like, we had never done that before. I'm sure y'all know how like time cards work, and you know how you document your time. Every company has one, every job has one. You know, it's universal. I pretty much was leaving at a certain time, and I asked my partner to clock me out 30 minutes later to when I was actually physically leaving. And even though I didn't think about, like, personally, I didn't think about taking money from the company. That wasn't at all my motive or the intention. I just wanted to leave. Like, time is money, and to me, I'm like, I want to go. That's why. And you know, even though, like, I knew, like, the only reason why I was like, oh, I could get in trouble, I was only thinking about my boss. Like, I was like, I could get in trouble with my boss because, you know, I could see why that would upset them or something like that. But that was the only repercussion I was actually thinking about. I wasn't thinking I was gonna be let go. But am I mad? No. Like, I'm honestly like, okay. But I think the only reason I'm upset, like, my partner's not really upset because, you know, he's not in my shoes. I mean, he's in my shoes when it comes to the predicament, but he's not in my shoes as what the experience was. But he definitely was a witness to everything, so there's that. Ironically, multiple people were witnesses, but you could, you know, say it was miscommunication between my boss and I, but it was the reason as to why I made my decision, why I made my mistake, you know, and I do specifically call it a mistake because it simply was. You know, when you make a verbal agreement with someone, they should really honor that. Your boss should really honor verbal agreements, and I just don't think mine was. When I said I'm leaving at 2, I'm leaving at 2, and you say, sure, that's fine, okay, and I say thank you, and you say welcome, we're agreeing to me leaving at 2 o'clock, not 2:30, 2 o'clock. So that's where I was upset. That's where I carry most of my, like, frustration. But it's also something that I'm like, you know what? It's not worth caring about it. Give it like 3 weeks and I probably won't really even think about it anymore. It'll be something from the past. But yeah, that's what frustrates me. And you know, when you know, the only argument against my decision was made like, well, you should have talked to your boss, and I'm like, you're right, but in a way I did. And the day that I was supposed to be leaving, they switched it up on me, so that's where I got frustrated. But you know, I'm not bitter about leaving the company. Like, I have nothing against where I worked as far as the company, what their values they stand for, stuff like that, the core values, things like that. It's really just with one employee. Everyone else in that place that I worked was, you know, yeah, we all had our like things about us that, you know, our weaknesses and our strengths, our pros and our cons, but overall, like, you know, it wasn't a bad place to work. It's just how it ended. But I'm also at a place where I'm like, I'm glad it ended. For a while, almost a year and a half, I was really just wanting to leave, and I felt like I had, you know, by this point, I feel like I overstayed there. And, you know, I'm very grateful for the time I spent there, the stability it gave me, the, you know, to help me get on my feet, because before I worked there, I was homeless. I didn't have a job, I didn't have money, I didn't have a car, I had nothing, you know, really just the clothes on my back that I was carrying. So I'm very grateful for the opportunity to work there, the family I made there, the friends, you know, the time spent, like, it was worth it. It's just unfortunate of how things had to end. But change is a necessary part of life. It happens to everyone. And I'm gonna really be diligent on having a really positive and grateful perspective on the ending of that job, and looking forward to something new that hopefully fulfills me in a different way, and, you know, improve my skills in what I know and what I get to learn. But yeah, that's really like the overall conclusion of this life experience that I had recently. I think my partner's taken it well. He really has no baggage or negative feelings about it. You know, I've talked to him, I've, you know, really pushed to like understand if he's really upset either with me or with the job, and he's not. So I think we're both in a very similar mental space about the closing of that chapter. Yeah, we have a lot of friends that work there, and I know him and I will be dearly missed. And we dearly miss those people, and I know we can make time outside of work for a lot of those people to see them. But yeah, we had a lot of history in that workplace. So, but history is history. And, you know, like I said, we're positive about the future. That being said, oh, and in a weird way, when I got my tattoo on Thursday, and then we got fired on Friday, it's kind of funny because the tattoo, the reason why I got it was because the skull represents, you know, things dying, things ending, death, you know, whatever. And the butterfly, you know, before it becomes a butterfly, it transforms. And I think, and you know, it symbolizes change. When you die, you're transferring from alive to death to the other side. So I think this is kind of, it's a synchronicity, you know, it's things ending to new beginnings, change, transformation. I don't know about y'all, but I am in a way very excited about the new possibilities and the new people I get to meet, and the new relationships and new dynamics, and practicing all like the self-growth and health skills that I've learned throughout the years, and get to practice this in a new setting. So yeah. Other than that, I'm glad to share that with y'all. I hope if you relate to this right now or have experienced something similar in your life, well, you know, don't be shy, comment, message me, come talk to me. I'm a very vocal and communicative person. So with that being said, I will see y'all some other time, and yeah, have a good life. Oh wait, I have a clicker now. I can turn this off.